Okay, so welcome to another video. I know it's been a while, but to be completely honest with you, I've been struggling to find content that I want to make. I want to deliver honest, factual, content that you guys can actually use. So for me, I'm waiting for the right time to actually review products and give you an update on products. Because I'm a small channel, obviously getting review products at the moment isn't possible. I've tried to reach out to many manufacturers, however, they won't support the channel. So I'm having to rely on the technology that I personally use and test every day, which again, in that respect, isn't a bad thing. But let's get on with the video. So I'm giving you an update on the HUAWEI FreeBuds Pro 2, because I use these every single day. And I must say, even in 2023, I personally think they're still an amazing option. So the main purpose of this video, to be honest with you, is to share not a hack, it's in the settings of the FreeBuds, but I'm basically going to show you the settings that I use every day on these earbuds, because it's transformed the user experience for me. These sound absolutely amazing with these settings, although it is going to be maybe a bit more battery intensive and stuff like that. To get the real sort of sound quality out of these earbuds, then these are the settings I'd recommend. But we're going to talk about it a bit later. First, I just want to do a quick overview and a re-review of these a bit later on, a bit after the hype, but also after the updates. So the case itself, my opinion on this doesn't change. It's a fairly nice shape. It's a fairly sort of easy shape to kind of put in any pockets and stuff like that. But again, I want something a bit more, nicer feeling. It's just a copy of sort of any other sort of Chinese earbuds. Where's the nice material? Where's the leather coating with a nice metal buckle? I want some more drama. This is their most premium earbuds. I want to feel that as soon as I take them out of the case. And unfortunately, I don't at the moment. It's just a general plastic case, which can creak when you open and close it. Having said that, again, it does the job absolutely fine. And I'm going to go back to the design of these earbuds. I still think they're stunning. They feel really nice. They look really nice. And most of all, they're super, super comfortable in the ear. So again, we're now using audio from the earbuds as well. So let me know what you think. Can you notice a difference or not? But putting the earbuds in, fit nice and securely, really easy to get in. And again, the sound isolation for these is fantastic. That also works with the fantastic ANC. But super comfortable, super lightweight in your ears. And this is controversial, but I do prefer the earbuds with the stem, because it means you can just sort of take them out straight away just like that. And again, that's my preference. Everyone's different, that's absolutely fine. But for me, it works flawlessly. Also with these having the flat edges down the side, it means grabbing hold of them when they're damp, or when it's been raining and stuff like that. It does mean that you're not going to drop them as easy as you would with some alternatives.
So let's talk about the main criticism of these earbuds for me. And it's a really simple one. It's the gestures. They do work. So it's swipe down for the volume, swipe up to increase the volume. And there's a few other gestures you can control and use in the app. I think if you squeeze for the noise cancellation. To be completely honest with you, I don't bother with any of these. I find them really hard to use. A nightmare when you're on the move, or you're sitting on a train, something like that. As the train's moving or the bus is moving up and down, you're constantly trying to do this, and it's just not effective. I'd much prefer a button or a swipe panel or something like that. But the way you control these is just awful. I don't know why they're still sticking to it. It was a downside of the original FreeBuds Pro, and it's a downside of these ones. So Huawei, if you're watching or you're listening, get rid of these gestures, sort them out.
I suppose as well, I can give you an update on the case and the earbuds, how they've held up over daily use and what they look like now. Okay, so you can see on here that the case itself has got really scratched. It hasn't been dropped or anything like that, or put in any pockets of any keys. This is sort of just wear and tear of the case, but you can see it is really scratched. And also the paint is actually coming off. You can't really see on the camera. I'm trying to pick it up. You can see just there, you can actually see by the hinge that paint is just coming off. And again, personally, I would expect better from the price point you pay. But the case aside, the actual earbuds have held up really well. Again, I've got no scratches on the earbuds, anything like that. These look amazing. The silicone tips are still really nice. Haven't sort of worn or compressed or anything like that. Still really nice. So yeah, the earbuds themselves held up really well. Battery life on these still remains okay, but not outstanding. I get long enough out of them. The case recharges them sort of 3 times in my experience, 3 to 4 times lately, and then it does need a recharge. But to be honest with you, 2 weeks use daily I get out of these on the case, and obviously the earbuds fully charged. So 2 weeks, you don't have to worry about them in my testing. Okay, so I hope you can hear me. I'm switching to a screen recording now of the AI Life app from Huawei. So the nice thing about this, if you have a Huawei smartphone, and these are what I use most of the time rather than gestures, you can see you actually get the gestures at the bottom of the screen, which you can directly use rather than having to go into the app or use the earbud gestures themselves, because again, as we spoke about, they're so poor. But again, on the app, you can see a really nice, easy to use interface. Not much has changed, but they've updated a few of the icon, designs and just made it a bit more of a rounded experience. But you can use your noise cancellation, awareness, and noise cancelling mode. Again, the nice thing about it as well is you can actually change how much you use noise cancellation. So if you're in a really busy environment, you can go to ultra, general, cozy. And again, I must say that there is a difference there. I personally keep it on ultra all of the time because most of the environments I use are really busy. But you can leave it on dynamic and it can decide itself. Now with this, I have found it, you can notice it switching, it's not as smooth as I would like. So you can kind of hear it changing the pitch of the noise cancellation in the background of your music. So in my testing, it hasn't been flawless, although it's really good, it hasn't been flawless. And I think some alternatives out there do it better. I think the AirPods Pro, they do tend to have a slightly smoother noise cancellation, although not better. The actual transition between the difference in the modes is slightly more smoother. So that's one thing I would say about those. So personally for me, I just keep it on ultra because I find that gives me the best balance of the environment that I'm using it in. As well, you've got the sound effects. Now this is what I want to stress the most. If you have the Huawei FreeBuds Pro 2, do this to them. Set them up like this and you're going to notice a substantial increase in the sound quality, not only with the bass, but also the actual volume of the mids, the highs, and the bass. And it doesn't destroy the actual clarity of your music or those nice mid tones you get from the FreeBuds 2 Pro. It just enhances them. So I highly, highly recommend this. So you can see here, again, that's the standard mode. Again, it's really, really good. It's not fantastic, but it's really good. And out of all of the standard modes, the DVLA ones, co-engineered with Huawei, the default basically I would continue to use. However, my advice is set it up like this if it's going to let me view it. So again, these are pretty much the same, but set it up like this and you're going to find you have a really, really well balanced and really improved sound quality of the Huawei FreeBuds. But also try it out and let me know what you think below in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion on this. Anything else to stress with the app as well? Again, you've got your battery life here. Also, there's a new feature, so HD special audio. I believe this is only available if you're using a Huawei device with these earbuds. I think if you're only using a device with EMUI 13 onwards or maybe HarmonyOS 3 onwards, but I can't confirm that. I haven't used it with an older Huawei device. So again, these, I'm going to be honest with you, they're awful. I've tried them all. I think they sound absolutely awful. I don't see the point of them. I think it's just an additional feature to try and get you to buy a Huawei device. But it's nice that they're there, I suppose. But yeah, I've tried them a couple of times and I just can't get on with them. I think they sound awful. That's it really. In terms of the AI Life app from Huawei, really simple, gives you everything you need. There's a few features there that are completely useless, but overall I think it's a fantastic companion app for these earbuds.